The legacy of faith. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and babbling brooks, there lived a wise old man named Ezekiel and his beloved grandson, Caleb. Ezekiel was known throughout the village for his unwavering faith and deep understanding of the scriptures. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Caleb would sit at his grandfather's feet, eager to hear stories from the ancient texts. One evening, as they sat together in the warmth of the fire, Caleb gazed up at his grandfather and asked, "Grandpa, what is fasting? Why do people do it?" Ezekiel smiled, his eyes twinkling with memories. "Oh, fasting is a powerful spiritual discipline, Caleb," he began. "It is a way for us to humble ourselves before God, to seek His guidance and strength." Caleb's eyes widened with curiosity. "Can you tell me a story from the scriptures about fasting, Grandpa?" Ezekiel nodded, and with a gentle voice, he began to weave a tale from the ancient texts. Many years ago, in the land of Judah, there lived a young queen named Esther. She was a Jewish woman, chosen to be the queen of King Xerxes. One day, Esther learned of a plot to destroy her people, the Jews, by a man named Haman, who was an advisor to the king. Ezekiel paused, his eyes misting over with emotion. Esther knew that she must act quickly to save her people. She called for a fast, asking all the Jews in the land to join her in fasting and prayer for 3 days and 3 nights. Caleb listened intently, hanging on his grandfather's every word. "And did God hear their prayers, Grandpa?" he asked eagerly. "Yes, Caleb," Ezekiel replied. "God heard their prayers and intervened on their behalf. Through a series of miraculous events, Esther was able to reveal Haman's plot to the king, and the Jews were saved from destruction." As Ezekiel finished the story, Caleb sat in awe, marveling at the power of fasting and prayer. "So, fasting is not just about giving up food," he mused. "It's about seeking God's help and guidance in difficult times." Ezekiel nodded, his heart swelling with pride for his wise grandson. "Yes, Caleb," he said, "fasting is a way for us to show our dependence on God, to acknowledge that we need His strength and wisdom in our lives." From that day on, Caleb followed in his grandfather's footsteps, practicing the discipline of fasting and seeking God's guidance in all things. And as he grew older, he passed on the legacy of faith and fasting to his own children and grandchildren, ensuring that the tradition would live on for generations to come. As the years passed, the village of Judah continued to thrive, guided by the wisdom of its elders and the faith of its people. And though many years had passed since the days of Queen Esther and King Xerxes, the story of their deliverance through fasting and prayer lived on as a testament to the power of faith and the importance of seeking God's guidance in all things.